PP, payback period, that indicates how quickly you get your initial investment back, how many months or years it takes you to get your investment back. Payback period is the number of years necessary for the cash flow of the project to pay back the initial investment. For example, if you have invested 500,000 pounds in a project and each year you are getting 100,000 back, so how many years it takes you to get your all the 500,000? It's 5 years, doesn't it? If it is monthly, you can still get the monthly wise. Well, let's do this illustration number 1 and put some light on it. UCK Port Industrials is considering investment in a new plan for the factory which will cost 250,000 if purchased now, 1st of January 2016. It will provide major cost saving. People, this is a different wording. They're using cost savings. You can consider it as income. Cost saving in the production. Like if you buy these 250,000 worth of products, it's going to save our costs. If cost savings means income, which is a good thing. The production manager has estimated the cost savings for each year, 80, 60, 40. So how many years it's going to take you to get all your 250,000 back? Yeah. To do in a tabular format, the calculations is known as a payback. The quicker, the better. The quicker, the better. Let's do it here. Year is the first column, then cost savings, second column cumulative cost savings. Rather, I'd like to do a slightly different way. Let's say year 0, then year 1, 2, 3, 4. Over the 4 years it's happening. Year 0 was your investment, 250,000, right? Year 0 was your investment, 250,000. So first year you're getting 80,000, don't you? Taking the calculator on screen to do a little work. So if you get 80,000, so from 250,000 is an investment, it's a minus figure, 250,000. But with that, if you add 80,000, how much is still minus? 170 is still minus. Yeah, 170 is still minus because we received 80,000. That's the savings they're saying, but let's assume we receive that. So it's minus. Second year we're receiving what do you call it? 80,000 more. So with this minus 7,000, if you plus 8,000 more, you're still 90,000 minus, are you not? You're still all your investment is not being paid back yet. On the next year, 80,000 you received more. So minus 90 plus 80 gives you minus 10,000. Minus 10,000. On 4th year, you received 60,000. That means definitely you received your all investment taken up, even 50,000 extra going to be. So positive figure going to be 50,000. That means to get your money paid back, it took 1 to 3 years and maybe a little bit of months, isn't it? Maybe a little bit of months, some of the months. Like first year is still minus, second year still minus, third year still minus. But 4th year, yeah, after 3 years, maybe some months, you're into positive 50,000. How do you know the months? It's 3 years, we have no doubt. Like it took you 3 years, they said 2 months. How do you do it? We do negative over positive. This is the way of doing it. Follow this arrow. Negative over positive. Negative 10,000 over positive 60,000 times by the months you want to know. Times by 12 months equals to, you should get 2. Let me do it on the screen. 10 over 60 times by 12, you get exactly 2. This is months. If you would have multiplied by 365, you can get in terms of days. 52 in terms of weeks. Well, so 3 years, 2 months is your payback period. What is the decision? Do you accept or not? Yeah, accept it because total lifetime of the asset is 4 years, but you're getting paid back before 4 years, which is good. You get some profit here. There's some advantages here and disadvantages. Number 1 is very quick, it's easy. Consider the liquidity, cash flow. Consider the risk, like if you get paid back quickly, it's less risk, isn't it? But there are some disadvantages. The maximum period set is arbitrary, like payback period we said 3 years, 5 years. If we set anything, or even the number of years the investment going to run, which is questionable. It can very well differ. Ignores the timing of the flows within the payback period, the timings when the cash are coming in or cost savings. These are ignored. The biggest disadvantage here is time value of money is not considered. Like money has a time value. Yeah, over the time money depreciates its value, which you're going to learn later in this chapter. It is ignored. Does not take into account the cash flow associated with the project, only those at the end of the payback period, and does not take any account those cash flows occur over the period. Basically, if you after the payback, all the cash flows are ignored. After the payback, all the cash flows are ignored. So that is not a good thing. But generally, payback is easy peasy and lemon squeezy. In the assessment, a question may tell you the business is particularly interested in limiting its risks. If the business is choosing a project based on limiting risk, then it should choose the project with the quickest payback period. Yeah, risk questions comes in your final task. So if you want to take less risk, the quicker the payback, the less is the risk. Well, that's all from this video. Check out the next one. Activity for Payback, Kirby PLC.